The number one formation right now, in my opinion, on FC26 is going to be the 4-4-1-1 formation. In my opinion, it's the most balanced formation on the whole game, and that's what makes it so good. This is basically the team. Very, very important in the 4-4-1-1 that you have still 3 center midfielders, 2 center midfielders and 1 cam, I should say, that manages to have tiki-taka and incisive, so you can play for these through balls in behind. More important, it needs to be able to have tiki-taka and incisive for the cam. You need to be able to have that so you can play the through balls to the strikers or to the wings, because the cam will be that kind of pivot point that you want to target to get towards in build-up, basically. To be able to have these wingers running or even sending a center midfielder or a striker, for example. Same thing with fullbacks, needs to be quick, center backs quick, wingers fast, good finishing, and then Claudia, Pina, Claudita, I mean, you know why we play Pina. Because of the through balls, but also because of the good shooting playstyles. 4-4-1-1 tactics will be, we do balanced, defensive approach will be 70 depth, high. You have the tactics up there at the top left if you want to copy them under 4-4-1-1. Fullback should be unbalanced, sweeper keeper for Mamadashvili, defender for the center backs. For my center midfielders, I have the left CM, the more attacking midfielder, who's going to be on deep line playmaker build up, and the young will be on deep line playmaker defend. Right mid should be Dembele inside forward, left mid inside forward on Mbappé, Zico playmaker, and Pina advanced forward attack. More important though, if you feel like you don't really have a lot of options inside the box, yes, you can switch Zico to shadow striker. I think that's really, really good. So in general, showing you guys a bit on how you want to try to build up in the 4-4-1-1 formation. Managed to find Pina. Zico is a bit more forward than Pina here, obviously. Try to find a winger here with Dembele. Then obviously try to go for the reset. And this is also because playmaker. If I have shadow striker here, Zico will probably be in the pocket between Reinders and Young, which is a better pocket of space, of course. But in build-up, as I said, you will have a bit of a harder time. So, as you saw here, Zico, sending him, then we're gonna want to go out wide again, waiting for Mbappé to get into that pocket of space. Okay, now I can attack it. Zico, with the playmaker, gets into the box finally, and we score to make it 7-5 in a very, very tough game. And now a bit more going into the defense than with the 4-4-1-1. But once you get into these kind of pockets of space, super important that I just cover off the runner first of all. But once I slow him down, that's when I can try to be a bit more aggressive. This is going to be a really, really good defending. Now he doesn't really have anyone running. He has Reinders, but there's no way that he's going to try to find Reinders here because it's such a hard pass. Once he goes backwards, this is when I try to be a bit more aggressive. So it's all about slowing the opponent down. If he plays for a lot of counterattacks, these kind of plays when he just go fast, super important to try to slow your opponent down. Try to cover off the runners, and then once he gets into these pockets of space, that's when you can actually work a lot with your CMs, because it's still super important to work with your CMs in the 4-4-1-1 formation to be able to defend. So once again here, just try to make it compact as possible. You see I'm tucking in Nuno Mendes, and when I feel like I can be aggressive on Aitana Bonmati, that's when I try to go on Aitana. And from here, super important then, once again, we have Mbappé running here, so we have a runner going deep in behind. Super, super important. And I just send Mbappé once more here. Now unfortunately it wasn't able to find Mbappé here in this case, but super important to have this kind of player running all the time, so we have threats going forward so that we need to cover off and basically buy time and space for ourselves.